Ladies and gentlemen, we are now live. Welcome to a pull-up edition. Y'all can pull up. You know you can pull up. Short edition of Major Level Entertainment. Of course, I'm the host and owner of this channel, your boy Big Major. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's showing up to the channel. I appreciate all your support. Excuse me. Damn phone wants to ring now. Appreciate all y'all support, man. Thank you for showing up to the channel and always supporting your boy. If you are new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. For my existing members, you know, the guests of the channel, like, please let everybody know about Major Level Entertainment. You know, I'm talking about to get all their, you know, basketball entertainment things when it comes to the Lakers. And then, of course, I talk about other things as well. So this is a quick show right quick. And it's kind of like a preliminary show to DJ's show later on today on Lakers in 5. By the way, please go subscribe to Lakers in 5. I'm talking about the best in Laker content. When you want to know something and you want to know it right away, fast. Speaking of DJ, there he is right now. He said salute. Hey, man, go over there to Lakers in 5. I'm going to be over there later on. You should be over there later on. It's really the place to be, man, when it comes to this. So I'm going to kind of alley-oop, so to speak, that, you know, proverbial basketball up for little bro to go ahead and dunk it home on his channel later when he goes into full details about things. All right. So let's get into it. Just a precursor. We're gonna talk about Austin Reaves real quick. I'm not gonna get that bum too much of my time, man. He, you know, whatever. I'm over him. But I want to talk about four guys in particular. I know there's two guys up there, Maximum Renaud and Amari Williams, which I did a show on him. Please go back a couple streams ago where I did a full show on Amari Williams. Y'all know about him, but I'm going to be touching on them and their scouting reports. And these are guys that I'm looking at. These are the guys the Lakers should be looking at. And hopefully they're passed over in the second round. And, you know, somebody overlooks them because they doubt their play or whatever. But I'm familiar with all these guys, and I'm hoping that other teams don't see what I see. And I'm hoping the Lakers see what I see, because if they see what I see, then we have, you know, a good future going ahead of us. So without further ado, let me go ahead and get up into who's here. You know what I'm talking about? We got my damn nephew and one of the snipers of the channel, one of my biggest supporters, H. Davis. You know what I'm talking about? He said, salute, get them likes up, subscribe. Go over there and head to Lakers in 5 like I just told you to. Go subscribe to Laker Girl 36. If you are a movie person, subscribe to Mooch Entertainment. I'm tired of saying it. Just go do it. Hey, look, he said it, y'all. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it, but he said it, man. You got to keep asking y'all every year. I don't think we're doing our job correctly. So go ahead and go subscribe, and also go subscribe to Rated R for reviews. Rated R for reviews when they be over there talking about shows and stuff. Now I'll go over there and drop off some love, but I don't get into the movie and show things. Today's shows, you know, I'm an old school show guy. You know what I'm saying? They start talking about some old school shit, then I'm over there in the comments. You know what I'm talking about? But I show love to whatever DJ is doing, man. And I don't give a damn if that nigga said, hey, man, I'm selling watermelons online, bro. I'm going over to support. You understand what I'm talking about? So that's my guy, your guy. Go support it. Thanks, H. Davis. They go, Cuzzo. He said, salute, family. For those of y'all that don't know, my guy, your guy, my cousin, on my mama's side of the motherfucking family, Goat James, a.k.a. Chris. Let me cook this nigga right quick. You know what I'm talking about? Salute, always showing up to the channel. Appreciate the love, fam. Micah Alexander said, what it do, Major, a.k.a. choke him the fuck out, put him in the sleeper hole. You know how he does it. You know what I'm talking about? Thank you for showing up to the channel, man. See, that's why that guy got a wrench. See, I get choked up, yo. You know what I'm talking about? So, that's my guy. You know what I'm talking about? So, like I already told you, DJ's here. Salute. I talk to DJ offline all the time, man. So, him popping up over here, I knew he was going to come. You know what I'm talking about? I don't care how busy he is. He going to be doing whatever he doing in the background, but he going to listen in on Big Bro's channel, man. And because of that, I'm always going to support. Hell, even if he didn't do it, I'm still going to support, because that's my guy. You're a guy. You understand what I'm talking about? Joel, my damn nephew, one of my many nephews, one of my favorite nephews. If anybody got something to say about Joe, understand you're talking about the whole family, and I just don't tolerate that. You will get choked the fuck out. You know what I'm talking about? No Joe slander will be tolerated. You know what I'm talking about? He said, salute, Big Unk. Tonight we draft the center. Rob better do the right thing and do his job with proper trade. You damn Skippy, nephew. That nigga, listen, I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't want to hear no last minute. We got the new dude, Mark Walter, here. He is a no-nonsense owner. Fuck all this ruling with emotions or keeping the motherfucker over here for nostalgic reasons and all that. If that motherfucker don't do his job and address the fact that he knows we need a center or two possibly, hey man, start packing your bags, Rob. Start packing your bags. You know what I'm talking about? So yes, definitely. I'm hoping we get a center tonight. Go James says that bum Austin Reeves. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get off into it. So first order of business for the afternoon is we talking about Reeves right now. Right quick. I'm only gonna give him no more than 5 minutes. But as you all know, he turned down his extension. Now I was talking to DJ earlier, and DJ said that DJ had said a while back that he expected him to do this, to test the market because he wanted his money. You know what I'm saying? And for me, and I understand that, but for me to further, I'm going to further elaborate on that. See, it's kind of like what we talked about yesterday on DJ's channel, Lakers in 5. We talked about who's deserving of it. What have you done? What have you done that would warrant you turning down a 4-year, $89 million contract? You haven't done shit. You haven't propelled us deep in the playoffs like that. We haven't won the championship with you at the helm. You haven't even, every time it's time for you to step up in the biggest moments, you falter. And I gave point proof of it yesterday. I don't give a fuck if you had a stretch of good games back in 2021, 22, 23, whenever the fuck you came, where you had that little Linsanity type run or whatever, where you had the I'm Him tour and all that shit. See, I'm not moved by small shit like that. Be consistent. Can you elevate in the playoffs? What do y'all always hear me talking about? I'm talking about elevating in the playoffs. Okay, you gave us 20 points per game this past year. Okay, no problem. Can you do that or get close to it or supersede that in the playoffs? No, you can't. And for those of y'all who are Austin Reeves apologists, let me tell you once again why you can't do that. What I say, his first year in the playoffs, his first year ever going to the playoffs, what he averaged? 16.9 points a game. Now that was cool. Okay, that's cool for who he was. Whatever. We wouldn't look at him as being a third option or anything like that. We wasn't touting him as being a third option. What I mean by I mean fans. Everybody else was, including himself. He's putting himself out there like he's the superstar. Okay, what he do? He didn't go up in points the next year. He went up in the regular season, but in the playoffs, what he do? He dropped 0.01. He dropped to 16.8 points per game in the playoffs in 5 games of play. Okay? Now, this year, his third playoff appearance. What did he do in the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen? He dropped down to 16.2 points a game. You know what that tells me? Not only is he not trending up, hell, he's not even really staying at the exact, take a point of percentage off or whatever the case may be, but he's staying linear to what he is. And this is why I say, and I parrot it again, this is why I say he has a ceiling, and he's hit his ceiling. We got Austin Reeves apologists saying, oh no, he hasn't reached his ceiling yet. What? Why? Because he ups his points every year in the regular season when it really doesn't matter. When he can get away with foul betting and all those 36 euro spins and all that bullshit just to miss, to get to the free throw line. But in the playoffs, you get exposed in the playoffs. How many times have we said it? I heard Joe say it. I heard DJ say it. A couple people. In the playoffs, it separates the boys from the men. You get exposed in the playoffs. And they exposed him. If you're not a baller, see, like Shea, like a guy like Shea, I don't like him. He's a free throw merchant or whatever the case may be. But he was able to help propel his team because he's an actual leader on his team. Austin Reeves is a wannabe. I'm sorry. He's a wannabe. That's the way it is. That's the way it's going to be. And over here with the Lakers, I'm not saying he's a bum. Like I said yesterday, nobody's saying he's trash. We're just saying he's not the guy. going into the future when LeBron leaves to help Luka, because we know Luka's the leader of the team, to help Luka propel his team to wins. We need somebody who's going to be in that position. We need somebody who's going to be a two-way player. He's going to be able to play both sides of the ball. He's going to be able to do it with balance. Now, I don't care about Austin Reaves averaging 20 points a game and, getting his points a game and then no defensive prowess. I would rather have a guy, in his position, a two guard, averaging 16 to 17 points a game in the playoffs and regular season, but he also gives just as much on defense. I don't want a top-heavy, one-sided player. All defense, no offense at all. Or all offense, no defense at all. It's counterproductive, ladies and gentlemen. And because it's counterproductive, Austin Reaves must be traded. And if he's asking for more than $89 million in a 4-year contract, then I know he's not going to want to take going to the bench, because at this point in his career, he believes that he's him and he's not. In his head, he believes he's him enough whereby it would warrant him getting more than the 4-year $89 million contract. Now, if we break that down by fours, that would be something like 22.5 million per year. Not worth it. He hasn't done anything. What he makes now, he make what, 12, 13 million? I think he make 12. I would get that nigga, realistically, I'll give him 15 million in a prove it contract. Prove it. Prove to me that you are him. Prove to me that you could be a second or third option any given night on the team. Prove to me that you're consistent, not just in the regular season, but in the playoffs when it matters the most. When it comes time to step up, you didn't step up to fulfill that need, to fulfill the spot that you put yourself in. You did not step up, ladies and gentlemen. He has to go. Let's go to the comments right quick. H. Davis says, he said, I'm going to be upset if we don't sign no center. Yes, me too. We better sign one tonight. Not tomorrow, not next week, not at the beginning of the season. Sign a motherfucker tonight. That'll at least let me know that we're at least on the right track. And at least they're listening to the fans. They're in alignment with what the fans want. Mike Alexander said, I like Reaves, but I'm not trying to keep him for more than 30 million plus. Yeah, I agree with you. That 22.5 was going to get, was a nice pay increase. Yeah. 22.5 per year for an undrafted player who hasn't done anything to prove himself, to make himself noteworthy. Yes, he's undrafted and he's got his points, in his career thus far. But you haven't done anything. You haven't done anything to stand out. Caruso, on the other hand, if Caruso were to say, hey, nah, Lakers, I believe that I want to negotiate for $95 million for a 4-year contract, I'd give him that in a New York minute. You know why? Because he's a proven defender in the playoffs, out of the playoffs. He's a proven defender. He's a proven guy. He's a 3-and-D guy. He gets a 3 every now and again. He can help his team by doing his part, propel us to the next level. And guess what? He's going to humbly do it. He ain't even got to say I'm him because he had a stretch of good games. He ain't got to do all that. He shut the fuck up and play. That's what he does. That's why I favor Caruso over Reaves. Still kicking myself to this day because we let that guy go for fat-ass THT, out-of-shape-ass THT. Why the fuck did we do that when we could have got this dude back for cheap for years to come? And he wanted to stay, ladies and gentlemen. Magic wanted him here. But we got this motherfucking Rob Lowe-looking motherfucker in there not doing what he's supposed to do. And we paying the pittance for that. Mike Alexander said if Reaves would go to the bench, okay. Where we at? If we go to the bench, okay, I'm cool with it. But since he wants to start next to Luka and Bron, it ain't going to work. Yes, it's not going to work. Go James says the third option should be able to score 20 points, average 20 points easier than the first and second option guys. Yep, because he's not been. Everybody is they're kind of taking their eyes off of him. They're not really worried about him. So yeah, you're right about that. And he should be able to do that consistently. And then in the playoffs, he should be able to elevate, undrafted or not. You're right, Cuzzo. But Reaves goes unnoticed and undetected with his drop-offs. Dude got to go. He's got to go, ladies and gentlemen. Lakers all day dope. He says, yo, bye, Austin. Bye. There you go. That's what he says. H. Davis says, bye, Gabe. Gabe got to go too. Shamar Moore got to go too. Go film another Tyler Perry movie. You know what I'm talking about? Tyler Perry Studios is waiting on you. You know what I'm talking about? Go film another season of SWAT. You know what I'm talking about? Detective Hondo, Sergeant Hondo. You know what I'm talking about? We don't want you over here no more. We don't want you over here no more. H. Davis says, I don't want to hear anyone say Austin Reaves, say I'm him, because he's not him. He ain't him. He's not him. He's in the NBA for a reason. He's good enough to be here, but just not on the Lakers organization. No more losing seasons, y'all. It's time to get back to that Showtime Laker. It's time to get back to when we was in contention every goddamn year, just about. You know what I'm talking about? I'm spoiled. We are spoiled as a motherfucker. Ain't nobody more spoiled than me. I want what the fuck I want. Tired of media. Nigga, we're the fucking Lakers. We supposed to be in the playoffs every goddamn year. If we don't win this motherfucker every year, we should at least be going past the first round, damn near the Western Conference, every single year of my life that I'm alive. Now, I wasted 4 years of my goddamn life waiting on this motherfucker to turn everything around, or help us turn everything around. I'm not putting everything on LeBron no more. LeBron's 59 years old. Not doing it. You young motherfuckers under 35, step the fuck up this year. I don't want to hear it. I get you off the team. I don't want to hear it. Period. Go James Cuzzo. He says, Caruso had a couple of good 20-point games this past playoffs. Yeah, he did. But you know what he did, Cuzzo? He shut the fuck up and did it. He got it quietly. And then he also played defense, didn't he? And you know what that yielded? His second championship. His second one. He did his part. He played his part. And he shut the fuck up about it. And that's why he getting what he getting. And 2 rings to boot. When he retires, if you don't win another motherfucking ring, when he retires, he could say, you know what I am, goddammit? A 2-time champion. I was a 2-time champion. I won my first ring with the Los Angeles Lakers, one of the most storied franchises in all the sports. And I won another ring with a fucking expansion team that's not even 30 goddamn years old. He can say that. Now, if you go talk about the white boy, talk about that white boy. You know what I'm talking about? H. Davis says, so, what center you think we picking up tonight? I'm not sure, but we about to get into it. We're about to get off into it. You know what I'm talking about? So we're going to get off into it. All right, so speaking of that, so as I said, Lakers offered Reaves $89 million for 4 years. 27-year-old declined it. You know what I'm saying? He's holding out for a bigger contract. Reaves entering his 3rd season of a 4-year, $54 million contract, is expected to turn down his $14.9 million player option for 2026-27 to become an unrestricted free agent this year. So even if we keep him this year, which I don't want, I pray to Jesus Christ and every other religious figure there is that he's off the team for certain next year. Ladies and gentlemen, Lakers, please shop this motherfucker around while his value is still up there. Please shop him around this year, possibly for a center, a starting caliber center, so that if any center we get in today's draft, that can be a backup. And I got some pretty good prospects for y'all tonight, bro. Y'all going to enjoy this one. Tell me if y'all agree or not. And then if y'all don't know these players, I want y'all to go do your homework on them. All right? He said Arkansas native is coming off of a career year, averaging 20 points a game, 5 assists per game, 5.8. Let's just go 5.9. Let's go 6 assists per game, 4.5 rebounds. Let's just go 5 rebounds a game. 1 steal a game in 73 games. He logged nearly 35 minutes per night, shooting 46 from the field. That's great in the regular season. 37.7% from the 3-point range. That's great in the regular season. That's decent in the regular season. 88% from the foul line. That's great in the regular season. But we've seen that, ladies and gentlemen, haven't we? What we haven't seen him do is consistently elevate in the playoffs. No matter which way you cut it, I don't give a fuck if you love him. Whatever the case may be, you could be an Austin Reaves apologist. He just don't cut it for us when it comes. And one thing about LA, we are a playoff caliber dynasty club. We're not a team. We're not a lottery team like that. We are supposed to be competing every year. We should always be within the top 6 seeds in the NBA, ladies and gentlemen, especially over here on the West Coast. We should always be like that. Now, I'm a little bit nostalgic because in the Showtime era, we was always among the top seeds. And I want to get back to that. And I believe that with this new dude, the new owner, he's going to get back to that. Is he going to make mistakes along the way? Absolutely. I expect him to make mistakes along the way. But here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not saying you can't never make mistakes. I'm saying when you make those motherfuckers, clear them up right the fuck away. If you know we need a goddamn center 3 years ago, what should we have done when we realized that first year without a center wasn't going to work? We should have went out and made it top priority to grab another center. I'm not talking about another 6'7" dude, another 6'8" dude, another 6'9" wannabe center, Montrezl Harrell or a guy like that. I'm talking about a center, 6'11" and above. I don't want to hear nothing else about no 6'8", 6'9" motherfucking centers. I don't give a fuck how strong they are. They can be built like Zeus. I want a true 6'11", 7 foot or above guy with a 35-foot wingspan, a 45-foot standing reach, and can send everything that's coming down into the paint into the motherfucking realm of shadows, ladies and gentlemen. All these tall-ass, wimpy-ass players, 6'5", 7'5", 7'6", 7'7", 7'8", 7'8", you know, Manute Bol, Taco Fall-ass niggas. You know what they had in common? Mostly all of them motherfuckers can block shots. They average 2 blocks a game at least. 6'9", you ain't blocking nobody's shit. You probably block your shit from behind, like how LeBron do it. I'm talking about face up, you 6'4", 6'5", you coming into the paint, throwing these little bullshit ass floaters up. Trae Young, all these motherfuckers, 6 feet, 5'11". There's no way y'all should be scoring more in the paint than we scoring in the paint. We got to get some centers, ladies and gentlemen. You know why we got beat mostly by these teams? We got beat by these teams with all their bigs. All our niggas are 6'7", 6'8", 6'9". We need some 7-footers. I'm not talking about no fucking Jackson Hayes. I'm not talking about a nigga that's 7'1", that's 175 pounds soaking wet. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about 7'1", 265, 250, 270. That's what I'm talking about. 6'11", 265. You're like a tank like Trey Jemison with power and speed and agility. And he's a lob threat. And he can, a motherfucker that can swat the ball 5 stories into the fucking, the rafters and shit. That's what I'm talking about, yo. No more mediocrity, man. Jackson Hayes want to be part of the team? Sit your ass all the way down there on the bench with my damn nephew, Bronny, who's going to be better this year. Watch. You think that nigga ain't in the lab? He in the lab cooking right now. They put on some weight, They put on some weight. They put on some size. They put on some strength. He done got his first year out. You know what I'm saying? He didn't broke through. He didn't busted his NBA cherry, so to speak. For lack of a better way of saying it. Yay. Pause. But now he's going into his sophomore year in the NBA. More experience. He's going to be a lot better than what he was coming out. All right. So that's it for Austin Reeves, man. I didn't want to talk no more about that. He turned down the goddamn deal. You ain't gonna get no better than 4 years, $89 million from the Lakers, and they should do no better. That's generous enough. I would have gave your motherfucking ass $15 million a year, $16, $17 million a year, tops. You know what? Take that 89 4-year $1 million contract, parlay it, and go get you a goddamn center, a player who actually want to be here, who really don't give a fuck about the money like that, but who just want to be here. See, these motherfucking NBA players are spoiled. These sports players are spoiled. You're getting 89 million. For 4 years, that's $22 million, a little bit over $22 million a year, ladies and gentlemen. Who the fuck is going to... These motherfuckers are sport. Who's going to turn that shit down? This motherfucker Joe Schmo got to get up and go shovel shit all goddamn day for 8, 9, 10, 12, 16 hours a day for minimum fucking wage. And your punk ass only got to play 35 minutes a night, maybe for 65 to 70 games a year. And you're making millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, and you ain't done a motherfucking thing to deserve it. I don't give a fuck about your 20 points in the regular season. I don't care about that. What the fuck did it do for us in the playoffs? Got us put on the first goddamn round yet again. Mr. I'm him. It's time for you to go off my team. Fuck what anybody else is talking about. If y'all are Austin Reeves apologists, don't talk to me. Respectfully, don't talk to me because I'm going to hurt your feelings. Because I don't parrot the same narrative, y'all. It's time for him to go. I've seen enough. We let more people go for less time that was trying, that have given the effort, they would have done something. You saw what Rui did. We gave Rui a little bit more effort in the playoffs. You know what he did? He was the third option consistently. I don't give a fuck what the numbers say. He was the third option per capita because he shot less and he shot a higher percentage, way higher from the field goal and way higher from the three. Rui shot 48% from the three, ladies and gentlemen, in the playoffs. I don't want to hear a goddamn marshmallow peep out of nobody about no goddamn Austin Reeves. He goes tonight. All right, so let's go ahead and get off into it. You know what I'm talking about? Let's go ahead and get off into it. First of all, let me go back up to the chat. Y'all been talking, man. Y'all been talking. Y'all got to tell me when y'all talking, man, so I can stop ignoring y'all. You know what I'm talking about? So, Jada Scorpio, what's up, nephew? You know what I'm talking about? Salute, welcome to the channel. He said, yo, what's good? To my Lakers familia, salute. Salute, nephew, salute. You know what I'm talking about? H. Davis says, salute, Ja. Goat James Cuzzo says, Reeves a sad dude. And all the Lakers did, with all the Lakers did for this guy. And he's not a team guy, not wanting to take a deal just to take more as a free agent is wow. That's why a trade is inevitable. Yep, I agree. It's time for him to go, bro. No more saving him. If you try to come up here and save him, I'm going to embarrass you. I'm going to cook you, grill you, fricassee you, fry you. I don't care if you're a family member. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of us co-signing mediocrity. We're the Lakers, goddammit. If you want to be an Austin Reeves guy, then leave when that motherfucker leaves. I hope when they trade him, I hope we trade your ass too. We trading your ass too. It's gonna be we're gonna have a Laker fan trade. When they trade that motherfucker, go to wherever team he going to. If it's the fucking Portland Trail Blazers, the Jazz, go over there to them. Tired, bro. I'm tired. You know what I'm talking about? So let me go ahead and DJ said, yo, why some Austin fans saying LeBron should take less, but they not tripping on Austin not taking less. See, DJ, that's why I wanted DJ to come up here. See, I don't think I'm getting through to y'all. Y'all think Big Bro's a joke. See, cause I be making y'all laugh sometimes. So yeah, you know, I make y'all laugh so much. Y'all forget I be having some important takes. Maybe I need to stop joking with y'all and be serious. Like DJ. You know what I'm talking about? Maybe then y'all start understanding what I be trying to say. Y'all think I'm just comic relief up here. Ha ha. Oh yeah, Major, yeah. You know, he's just gonna give us, he's gonna entertain us. That's why Major Liberal Entertainment. But y'all, I know what the fuck I'm talking about, man. It's like what DJ just said. Everybody give LeBron a hard motherfucking case. Well, that motherfucker said, no, I'm not taking, you know, I feel like I don't have to take less money. If y'all want to do right by me, y'all gonna do right by me on your own. But you know LeBron get to do that? Why he get to say that? Because isn't LeBron a 4-time champ? Do I got to run down a list of all his accomplishments in the NBA? Did he just win all NBA second team this year? Still winning awards and trophies and recognition? This motherfucker ain't done shit. Sit your ass down, take the contract, or we're going to shop you around. We're going to shop you around. You want to go out there and be a free agent hoe, like on Figaro, go ahead and go do it. We don't want you here. I know I want to be a Laker fan for life. If you want to be a Laker fan for life, ladies and gentlemen, would he have not taken the deal? If that was LaVine, right? Let's say LaVine ain't won a championship, but at least he's been an All-Star twice. Let's say they offered that to LaVine. Say, hey, LaVine, we'll give you four years, you know, true contract. We'll give you 4 years. 89 million. I would have liked to say LaVine's been better than Austin Reeves for longer. He's been in the league longer, but he's been better. You could say he's better he was way better this year. He's actually a quasi star. He's on the star level. He's like a couple tiers down from a superstar. You know what I'm saying? Austin Reeves ain't that. He's not on LaVine level. He's not even on LaVine's level. Not on De'Aaron Fox. See, LaVine, De'Aaron Fox, All them niggas around on the same level. You know, they're like in the same, 23 point a game, average guys, 24. You know what I'm saying? They can do some damage on their team. If it was LaVine, I would get that nigga. Now, if it was LaVine and he said, "Hey man, we're gonna give you $4,089,000 4 years for $89 million," and he said, "No, even though I didn't win a championship, I'd like a little bit more. I'd like 4 years, let's say 4 years, $105 million." Nigga, I'm doing that shit like yesterday's meatloaf. I'm doing it because it's LaVine. He's done something. He ain't won a championship, but it's motherfucking LaVine. At any given time of night, this nigga can put a team on his back. Even if you're the first option on the team, on any given night, that nigga could supplant you and become the first option. How many 40-point games he put up? He put a 51-piece game by himself where he came back. They was down big. He came back and single-handedly, him and Vucevic, single-handedly came back, put the team on the back, average 20 and threw 51 out there. 51 points out there. He had like 8 or 9 assists. I don't know. God knows how many steals. That's what he can do. Can Austin Reeves do that? No, that nigga career high to date. 37 points a game. I don't want to hear nothing, ladies and gentlemen, about no fucking Austin Reeves, man. It's over. He got to go. DJ's right about that. I'm talking about. Cuzzo said these niggas think Austin, LeBron, they think Austin, LeBron, and LeBron is Austin. They think Austin is LeBron and LeBron is Austin. Dude can never be old chump ass. Yeah, you're right. You're right. There he is, KB Huff, man. What do I owe the honor of KB being up here, man? And when KB come up here, it's almost like, on those Halloweens where sometimes you get bags and bags of candy, right? You get a lot of candy. And you get some decent candy in there, some Skittles and Reese's Pieces cups or whatever the case may be. But every now and again, you might get a $5 bill in there or a secret egg or something. You might get a special candy in there. That's what KB remind me of when he come up here or on Lakers in 5. When he come up here, it's like a special piece of candy. I don't know if that's a pause somewhere in there, but I'm going to be careful with what I say next. But it's just like a special, talking about, he's like a special guest, like when somebody make a cameo appearance in a favorite movie, whatever you wasn't expecting. Like if it's a bomb-ass movie, like a B movie or whatever the case may be, and then Morgan Freeman show the fuck up. KB Huff is Morgan Freeman. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Morgan Freeman for my goddamn channel. KB Huff. He said, pack him up. Let's go. All right. All right. So can I please get off into what I really came here for, y'all? Y'all keep distracting me, man. I got to stop y'all. Okay. So look, tonight is the draft, as you all know, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's the draft, the second day of the draft. We're looking in particular for centers, right? Okay. Now, I've already talked about Amari Williams. I'm going to touch on him again tonight. Pause, yay. But I'm going to speak on him a little bit more tonight. But I'm going to talk about another guy, you know what I'm saying, that I brought up to DJ's attention. His name is Maxim Renaud. You know what I'm saying? And here's the scouting report on Maxim Renaud, right? Okay, his draft evaluation, late first, early second. Now, he didn't get picked yesterday, so it's probably going to be early second. Number 28 to 35 this year. Let's see. Okay, NBA role. His NBA role would be he's a stretch big who attacks closeouts. Oh, we need that. Reminiscent of P.J. Hall and Quentin Post. If you guys are aware of P.J. Hall and Quentin Post's games, then y'all know what this guy is. This is his raw stats, ladies and gentlemen, the last year. His raw stats, he averaged 20.2 points a game. He averaged 10 assists or 11 assists a game. Rebounds a game. He averaged 2 assists a game. His turnover was 2.4, not that high. He averaged a steal a game. He averaged a block a game in 33 minutes in 35 games when he was in college. Okay, his advanced stats, 6.3 BPM. I don't know what the fuck that is. Okay, well, I'm not going to get off into that because that's nothing. But just know that in college, he was a 20-11 and 2 guy. So 20 points, 11 rebounds, and 2 assists. Okay? That's what he would bring, and he's a stretch big who closes out. Okay? He's 7 feet and a quarter. He have a 7'1" wingspan. He has a 9'2" standing reach, 237 pounds. He's still a young guy. He's only 23 years old. He's 22 years old, excuse me. Just turned 22 years old, 237, so his weight can go up definitely. He played for France in 2019 at the U16 Euros. He played in 2023 at the U20 Euros. Under consideration for the next Olympic cycle, will suit up for the senior national team sooner rather than later. Okay, so that's pretty much his scouting report. But he's definitely he was teammates with Wembanyama. I'm talking about at one point in time. So just looking at his stats, this kid is going to be something special. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be something to really look at. Like I said, once again, the Frenchman from Stanford, from the University of Stanford, he put up 20, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 1.4 blocks per game. And he was named first team All-ACC. Okay, everything with Renaud's offense began with the three-point shooting. Renaud shot 34.7%. That's 35% from the field on 5.5 attempts. So let's just say six attempts. So if he shot 35% on 6 attempts, he made at least 2 of those 6 shots. Let's just say he made a little bit above 2 of those 6 shots. Okay, he shoots 77% from the free throw line. Okay. Renaud can hit catch and shoots. He can do pick and pops, even trailer threes. Although Stanford played a slower offense this year, he also has great instincts for relocation, though he's not a movement shooter. Okay, so it's kind of almost like Vucevic or whatever. If he can stand out there, if you give him time, he gonna make you regret it. He can attack poor closeouts with a straight line drives. Once he has a running lane, it's almost impossible to stop him at his size and skill. The 22-year-old has shown fun flashes of playmaking, play handling, making him one of the few center-sized players in his class with a real chance to be a dribble, pass, shoot big. Okay, he has a handle. He can play make. This is valued in the center today because that's what Jokic can do. You know, he can play make the ball. You know what I'm talking about? He was the true number 1 option at Stanford, and it showed. So defensively, he is not a 7'1" center in terms of presence. His pick and roll positioning and overall rim protection are subpar. Yes, he averages one block shot a game, but there's something that could be worked on. But he's still a young guy, so we're not going to wholesale indict him because of that. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, Maxime Renaud. Please go look at some highlights of this guy, Maxime Renaud. If you need help spelling his name, Maxime. It's Maxime, Renaud. That's Raynaud. And that's the scouting report for him, ladies and gentlemen. Give me 1 second. I want y'all to really pay attention to what I'm saying. All right? So that's him. Now let's go to Amari Williams. Let's get his scouting report. Now, once again, I did a video on him. You can always go back and reference that video. Okay? Now, he's got weight on him. He's a true 7-footer, born in 2002. He's 23 years old. True 7-footer. He has a 7'6" wingspan. He's 255 pounds. You know what I'm talking about? His best rank is 50. He played for the University of Kentucky, like my guy, AD, and my guy, Rondo. Kentucky put out some pretty decent dogs, or, you know, they put some prospects. Okay? His stat this year, over the past season in college, in 36 games, he gave him 11 points. He gave him 9 rebounds. He gave you 3 assists. He gave you 1 steal. That's crazy for a 7-footer. He gave you a half a block a game. He shot 56.1% from the field, 25% from the threes. Not a three-point shooter at all. We don't expect him to be. Every big is not going to be like Lauri Markkanen or Vucevic or whatever. They can shoot from outside like that. He shot 62.3% from the free throw line. Once again, I said like in 36 games. Okay, so he's a 11, 8, and 3 guy You know what I'm saying? 11 points, 11, 9, and 3. 11 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists per game guy. His strengths are Williams has elite physical tools with a towering frame, absurd length, wingspan, and a strongly built 255 pounds. Once again, he's still growing. That 255 can easily go up to 265, lean muscle. Then he'll be like a Dwight Howard, a taller Dwight Howard, so to speak. He had that body, whatever. He's a high IQ passer from the top of the key in the low block, averaging 3.2 assists a game and constantly found cutters with impressive timing and angles. Man, a passing big, another one. That's crazy. That'd be nice. Comfortable initiating actions in 5-out schemes despite being a non-shooter, projects as a high post facilitator for second units. Ladies and gentlemen, he would be another one of those sleeper guys that I'm hoping they sleep on and we end up grabbing them up. Okay? Lakers, pay attention. Scouts, pay attention. Very effective as a finisher in the dunker spot and around the rim, a 64% field goal in half court. Uses length and touch as well off his left hand. Okay? He's an aggressive offensive rebounder. We need those offensive rebounds, ladies and gentlemen, with long arms and good instincts. You know what I'm saying? 2 offensive rebounds per game. Okay, he's a solid post-up scorer at the college level with the go-to left-hand hook. He can left-hand hook and ability to draw fouls. 5.1 foul attempts per game, ladies and gentlemen. And he shoots 62% from the foul line. So if he gets an average of gets in the line 5 times a night, shooting 62%, that means he's gonna make at least 3 out of 5 of those shots. So that's pretty decent. And anything over 50% is okay. Okay. Reliable interior presence and drop coverage. 2.1 blocks per game and lowering his opponent's rim field goal percentage by 6.6% when on the court. So that means when he's on the court and you try to come in with that bullshit, he's going to lower your percentage by 6.6%. So let's say you're a guy who scores in the paint 50% of the time. He's going to knock 6.6% off of that, ladies and gentlemen. And you'll bring their percentage down because they're kind of like how AD used to do. Motherfuckers come to the paint. If he didn't block your shit, he scared the fuck out you and made you turn that motherfucker over or made you miss a shot or whatever the case may be. So as long as he can affect your shot, that's like that paint defense we need too. Smart and active defender who uses length and hand activity to contain guards backing into the paint. There we go. Okay? Now, those are his strengths. Let's get off into his weaknesses because we got to talk about it all. He's a limited athlete, ground bound, finishing slow leaping limits his rim pressure and him being a lob threat. You know what I'm talking about? Struggles with lateral quickness. That can be worked on. That's no problem. And foot speed, gets exposed in space and can't contain ball handlers on switches. We won't need them to. Get down there in the paint and guard the paint. Send a nigga shot to the shadow realm. You don't need you to do nothing. Just need you to be tall, big, and strong, and that's it. Despite good passing instincts, Williams is turnover prone when trying to do too much on the ball handling side of things. Okay. Ball handling is not tight enough to push in transition. So we have to work. We have to look into those things. Okay. So that's basically about it. So that's Amari Williams. Once again, please go look up his stats and see, or not his stats, excuse me, look up his highlights and see what he's all about. Okay, now let's get into 2 guys that we didn't talk about that I didn't put up there that people might overlook. And I'm kind of hoping they overlook this dude too. But Alex Tui, I wonder if y'all heard of Alex Tui. He played for the Sydney Kings last year. Okay, you know what I'm saying? His NBA Global Academy, that's in Australia. He's a 6'8" guy. He's a guard, small shooting guard. He can play small forward as well. 6'8", 223, kind of almost like Rui. Okay, his overview is he's highly intelligent. He's a highly intelligent, skilled wing whose offensive versatility and basketball IQ set him apart. Known for his ability to play off ball, Tui excels at finding gaps in defense cutting to the rim and making the right pass at the right time. His creative finishing abilities and mid-range touch make him a threat in the half court. While his size allows him to exploit mismatches against smaller defenders. Now, if he's 6'8", 223, and he could play shooting guard, plays defense, and he's 223, that would make him a big shooting 6'8" shooting guard that can play small forward. He's a huge shooting guard. That's crazy. We could use something like that. His strengths are offensive IQ, exceptional at moving without the ball, creating opportunities and making quick, accurate passes. Creative finisher, shows touch and craftiness around the rim using angles and body control to score. Who that sound like to y'all? Mid-range game, effective at finding his spots in the mid-range and converting. Shoulder and angle use, skilled at leveraging his body to create space and find openings against defenders. Positioning, he consistently places himself at an advantageous spots on the floor for scoring and facilitating, yo. Okay, his concerns. Now, the concerns we have: athleticism, he lacks speed, lateral quickness, vertical explosiveness, limiting his defensive versatility. Shooting consistency, streaks from beyond the arc, needs to become more of a reliable perimeter shooter. Once he shoots more, gets his confidence up, he'll be like how Max Christie was. When Max Christie started shooting with confidence, you saw the difference, and it paid dividends. You know what I'm talking about? Rebounding instincts, struggles to read the ball off the rim and compete for rebounds, okay? Defensive switchability, limited ability to guard quicker, more athletic players in space. See, that's a problem. So, in other words, he'll be getting left behind like Austin Reeves when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? So, we would kind of use his IQ prowess out there on the floor for, stretches of time when LeBron might take a rest or Luka might take a rest. Facilitators out there might take a rest. He's another big guy that can kind of handle the ball. You're fairly big guard that can handle the ball, that can make other guards pay for not paying attention to him. So the bottom line is Alex Tui is an incredibly skilled wing with high basketball IQ and ability to contribute as an off-ball scorer and facilitator. His offensive versatility and feel for the game give him a foundation to build upon. His lack of athleticism and defensive instincts raise questions about his ability to translate his skills to the NBA. If Tui can become more of a reliable shooter and address some physical limitations, which if he came over here, he would, especially getting up under Nate McMillan and all those other guys who specialize, wholly in, individualistic things, it would help him carve out a role as an effective complementary player at the next level. And that is Alex Tui, ladies and gentlemen. They didn't give anything of what he averaged. Let me see. Give me a second. Bear with me. They didn't give me any number splits or stats on him. Let's see. I guess because he played overseas, and there wasn't a lot of information on him. But let's take a gander. Let's see. Bear with me. While you're waiting, please hit that like, share, subscribe button, man. You know what I'm saying? When you come over here to the channel, if you're new to the channel, it is greatly appreciated. Thank y'all for showing up and always supporting Big Bro, man. You know what I'm saying? I got love for y'all, for the real ones that's always here with your boy. You know what I'm talking about? So, yeah, they're not going to give me nothing on Tui, but I definitely will go check out a couple of his highlights, the ones that I can find, and then go from there, and then so I can get a good look at what he's really all about. But I'm looking for his some type of stats on him. There's got to be some kind of stats on him somewhere. Okay, well, he got a whole bevy of highlights here. 18-minute video highlights. Okay. So according to his stats, he averaged 10.6 points a game. He shot 44% from the field. And that's all I can really find on him. I don't know what he shoots from the 3. but I'm still looking. So if you don't hear me talking much, that's because I'm looking. But now feel free to comment down there how you feel thus far about everything that I'm telling y'all, and so I can give some feedback to what y'all might be saying. All right. So go ahead and send me some comments or whatever while I'm looking these things up. And I'm talking about. Let me go back and look in the comments, see what y'all putting. Cuzzo says, "Boy, don't none of these niggas sound American with them names." Yeah, except Amari Williams. You know what I'm talking about? Amari Williams, Alex Tui. Alex. That's American. But yeah. But sometimes you need these Euro standouts, man, to just for shock value. You know what I'm saying? Bring them in to see what they can do. You know what I'm talking about? We need them for shock value. Just come in and see what they could do, see what they're all about, and hope that they hope that they show us something that that would be deemed what we need. You know what I mean? Something that would be deemed what we need. So I hope that they can do that, man. So just to give y'all more perspective on Alex Tui. So I found a couple of things on him. I found a couple of his games. Because like I said, last year he averaged 10.5 points a game. That's 11 points a game. He averaged 1 assist a game. He averaged 4 rebounds a game, shot 45% from the field. Okay. He had point spreads. January the 2nd, he scored 17 points. I'm just going to start from the games, that he played this year thus far. So January 2nd, he had 17 points in 30 minutes. He had 7 rebounds, 3 assists. No 3-point percentage here. Nothing. Okay. January the 4th, he had 13 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. He had 2 blocks in that game. Okay. January 9th, he had 10 points. He had 3 assists, no rebounds, no blocks. Okay. Next game, he had 5 points, 5 rebounds, no assists, no blocks. The next game, he had 2 points. He only played 11 minutes. He had 1 block, 1 steal. January 22nd, his 6th game of the year, he had 10 points. He had 4 rebounds, no assists, no blocks, 1 steal. Next game, he only played 12 minutes. He had 3 points. That was a 3-pointer. He only had 1 steal, no blocks, no assists, no rebounds. Okay. He played 27 minutes. The next game, he gave you 23 points. He only had 2 turnovers. He had 1 steal. He had 3 blocks that game. So, I mean, he's going to get his blocks. 2 assists and 5 rebounds that game. That's the most he scored within that stretch. That was February 2nd, and he played 27 minutes. Okay. In 33 minutes, he gave you 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, 2 steals. He had 3 turnovers that game. He gave you 12 points. February 13th, he played 19.8 minutes, 20 minutes. He gave you 2 rebounds, no assists, no block, 2 steals, 1 turnover that game, and 7 points. So that kind of lets me know that if you're giving him time, if he has enough time, he scored in every game, no matter how many minutes he played. But if you give him on an average, let's just say 25 to 28 minutes per game, he's going to give you 10, 11, 12 points a game. He's going to give you 3 or 4 assists a game. He may give you a block. He may give you a steal for certain. Because every game he's at a steal or steal or better. He's going to give you over 5 rebounds a game, depending on the time he's out there on the floor. So he could be a reliable guy, if need be, at the shooting guard position coming off the bench, and can play small forward in some times when needed. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, that's Alex Tui. The last guy I want to talk about before I get up out of here is a guy named Kobe. Kobe, not to be confused with Kobe Bryant, but Kobe Sanders. Now I'm talking about. Now I heard of this kid. Now I want y'all to get the ups on this kid here. You know what I'm talking about? He from University of Nevada. Yeah, he played for Nevada. I don't think UNLV. I think it was another team. But did he play for UNLV? I'm not sure. But his team was Nevada. He's a 6'8" guy, 6'8", 210 pounds. He have a 6'8" wingspan, right? Okay. He's ranked 43 in the United States. Okay. His point spreads was 16 points a game, 4.5 rebounds a game. Let's just say 5 rebounds a game, 2 assists per game, 1 steal per game, 0.3 blocks per game. He shot 46% from the field. He shot 34% from the three-point line, 80% from the free throw line in 33 games. Now let's go to his strengths. His strength. He's a crafty secondary creator with solid size and good vision. He sees over defenses and hits skip passes in rhythm when given time. He's a strong mid-range touch, leans on turnarounds, runners, and pull-ups, capable of creating space with his length and footwork inside the arc. Good. He has footwork. Good. That's what we need. Operates with poise, never sped up. That means he doesn't get nervous. Plays at his own pace and makes solid reads against set defenses. That's what we need. Flashes play making to fill out ball screens. Comfortable hitting rollers and finding cutters when defenders collapse. Like that. Capable rebounder with a guard wing position as well. And doesn't shy away from contact on the glass. I like that. That means he'll take it to the hole on your ass. That's what we want. We want a dog, not no fucking puppy, not no kittens, not no coyotes. We want wolves and bloodhounds around this motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? Good size and frame for a lead initiator, has the tools to survive physically once strength develops. Oh, yeah, he's still got time to develop. He's 23 years old. Okay? Smart in structure, thrives in motion heavy or read and react systems that don't rely on a straight line burst. I like that. He's a defensive Swiss Army knife. This is what I wanted to get into. He's a defensive Swiss Army knife who will show up early, can guard off the bounce, doesn't give room on closeouts. He doesn't give room on closeouts. That means he's up on your ass. He's in your grill. You know what I'm talking about? And he can provide he can provide a help side presence and will guard full court and tries to cause disruption on defense. I like that. Tries to cause disruption on defense. A motherfucker whose defensive prowess is going to be put at the forefront. Okay? Now, with all the good stuff being said, let's get to his weaknesses right quick. Lacks burst and quickness. Struggles to beat defenders off the dribble or turn the corner on pick and rolls. Foot speed, liability on both ends. Okay. That could be a little something to sneeze at. Below the rim finisher, limited vertical pop in traffic, gets walled off by rim protectors. Okay. That would explain why he shoots outside a lot. Inconsistent shooter, made just 30% off catch and shoot threes. Slow mechanical release with poor prep, limits off ball viability. Okay. So, off the dribble jumper is shaky, can create space, but rarely capitalizes due to inconsistent balance. So in other words, these guys are young guys that just still need to be, they'll kind of have like Dalton Knecht-ish type seasons or whatever the case may be. Heavy potential, but just need the time to develop. Okay. So we could pick one of those guys up in the later rounds, saying they can be effective and they can help out somehow, some way. Start them off in the G League, see what they can do down there. But the two guys that I'm paying most attention to is Amari Williams, center, and Maxim Renaud, center. Those are the two guys that I'm paying the most attention to, and y'all should pay attention to those guys as well. Okay, let me get off into the comments right quick. The bandwagon says the non-American white dudes are the ones, Chris. Some of them niggas are. Yep. Goat James says one of them dudes' names sounded black for real. Yeah, well, a couple of those dudes. Well, Amari Williams is black. The Tui, he's white. Maxim is white, and Kobe Sanders is black. You know what I'm talking about? All right. So Goat James Cuzzo said that 6'8" dude sounds interesting as a two guard. Yes. Yeah. Like, really pay attention to these guys. Go back and follow this stream so you can, just in case you forgot or you missed something, y'all, please feel free to go back and follow the stream. So this is pretty much the end of the show. I wanted to get up here and talk about, new news with the Lakers, also what's going on with Reeves or whatever the case may be. I think the decision is unanimous amongst those of us who don't care about Reeves. It's time for him to go. I don't feel bad for him. He's had his chance over here in the Laker uniform. He has a chance to be him or to be a part of the him culture. He's not him. It's time for him to go, ladies and gentlemen. I don't give a fuck where he goes to, but I want him out of here. And I want him out of here fast. Not next year, Not in a couple months. I want him gone before the off season, before the season begins. And I want a center in his place if we can go get a center in his place. Period, point blank. Those other 4 guys I told y'all about, Kobe Sanders, Maxim Renaud, Amari Williams, and Alex Tui, please go give those dudes a look, y'all, and see if you like their games. And hopefully that their games can translate to an NBA floor. So those are the prospects that the Lakers should be looking at if everybody else decides to overlook. But I'm mainly looking at Amari Williams, y'all. I'm mainly looking at him, and I'm looking at Maxim Renaud. Maxim Renaud scored 20 points a game, and he can score. He can score. He's like a young Vucevic. So hopefully we give stock and look into those guys and see what they can do for us as a team. All right. I appreciate everybody for showing up to the channel. Hit that like button once again. Subscribe to the channel. Don't be scared. You know what I'm talking about? This is the most dangerous channel on YouTube when it comes to Laker content. But if you want to go to Laker content and get that real, man, and hear some real live takes over there and get your laugh on and learn some things, you might want to go over there to my little brother channel. That's Lakers in 5. You know what I'm talking about? Lakers in 5 on YouTube, man. It's not hard to figure out. Once you type in Lakers in, everything else is going to, the keyboard is going to do the talking. It's going to pop up. You know what I'm saying? It's the best in all Laker content. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Maybe I'm a little biased, but I don't give a fuck. That's my family. I'm going to promote my family. You know what I'm talking about? So please go over there. Subscribe to Lakers in 5, man. Go subscribe to Laker Girl 36. She not up here today, but go subscribe to Lil Sis channel. Every time she come up here, she showed me love. So I just thought I would just give it back to her. You understand what I'm talking about? Go over there to DJ's channel tonight because he's going to be doing the second night of the draft, whereby we should come up. I think we'll come up and make our pick, and then we can all be over there to hear it together, y'all, and come back and see how right Major was. Because one of those 4 dudes might get picked tonight. Or maybe all of those 4 dudes. Who knows? I don't know. But all I know is that I expect us to come out of this whole ordeal with a center and some pieces that's going to propel us to the next season and beyond, y'all. Thank you for everybody for showing up to the channel once again. Thank you for showing that love. Appreciate everybody. You know how I like to leave y'all all the time, every day and every night on behalf of my damn nephews, Lewis and H. motherfucking Davis. This is the Major Level Mafia, Major Level Entertainment. Peace and blessings, y'all, and I'm out.